Hey you guys, it's Brit. Tonight we're here with an update on the Not So Resilient Jenkins. This is an interesting update because we have Steph's mom coming to TikTok and speaking to everybody that has been watching this kind of unfold. And we're also going to do an update on Steph finally deciding to get some boxes and start to pack up literally the day before they have to go. So either way, we're going to get all caught up to speed. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys. So Steph's mother's name is Mary. Her username is Mary Seablake, Seblake. And this video came out 2 days ago and has a lot of people talking. In my opinion, and obviously we're going to watch it together, but I feel like she is putting far too much she's not putting enough pressure on her own daughter, and I understand that that comes with, she's a parent, she's a biased party in this situation, and of course she's not going to come down hard on Steph because that's her daughter and she's going to blame it all on Drew. But in my opinion, and I've said this numerous times, I think Steph and Drew are both bad. They might not be bad in the same exact ways, but I don't think that it's fair to act as if Steph is just this innocent little sheep, especially after she has really talked a lot of negativity about her mother and her family. But let's watch the video and then I'll give my thoughts.
So, I've been asked a couple of times now by a couple of people, what do I think about Stephanie's situation? I don't need to say Stephanie who, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Watching my daughter go viral because she's doing such a great job has been one of the hardest things I have ever had to sit back and watch. Watching my daughter make decisions to stay with a man who clearly does not care about her, doesn't care about those children, continues to bring her down, keeps her from even having the sense to reach out to her family and ask for.
Steph made it clear in a recent video that she is expecting her family to literally like come to her and beg, oh, please let us help you. Please take this $50,000 and go get yourself a home. She's obviously not going to reach out because she thinks that this is a man that is worth defending. And she's made that very, very clear. And while defending Drew, she has made it a point to talk very badly about her family. Steph is a nonstop victim in her own life. She is just one of those people. She has issues taking accountability for things. She has issues being strong enough to help herself. Listen, one of these things that I heard a long time ago, but it really does ring true. And in life, nobody is going to come save you. You have to save yourself. You have to get up off your ass and get a job and work and pay your bills and build a decent life for yourself. Nobody is going to come rescue you. I've talked in the past about how there was this TikToker that I covered, and she was a former Mormon, and she was in a really toxic marriage. Her husband was unfaithful, and she was kind of stuck because she never had a job. She didn't have access to money. She didn't know how to even get herself out of the situation, and it's because she literally built her life depending on this man to always be there and always be a good person so that she could have a good life. And that's just really sad. No, in adulthood, nobody is going to come save you. You have to do it for yourself. And if you have kids, you have to do it for your kids. If you don't feel like doing it for yourself, do it for your children.
Help. I know you watch her videos and you see, oh gosh, she really hates her mom. There's really, you know, I'm not convinced she hates her mom. I'm convinced she knows that I'm the one person who could rescue her, who could set her straight, who could help her come to her senses, and she's too scared to reach out to me.
I understand what she's saying, but at a certain point, you have to allow people to make their own decisions. If that is your choice that you want to live in that manner and defend this bum that you're with, then that's your choice. Now, I understand what she's saying. She wants to rescue Steph as a way to also rescue the children. So I'm a little bit conflicted on that. Steph has made it very clear that she expects handouts. She expects things to just be given to her so that she and Drew can continue to sit on their asses and reproduce and not pay bills.
It's hard when you are living in the type of relationship that she's in to admit you're wrong and leave.
I literally just said that recently. A few days ago in a video that I was doing on the Resilient Jenkins, I said, you know, being a humble adult, it's okay to say that you made the wrong choice. You picked the wrong partner. You know, had a lapse in judgment. You realized that that was not a good choice, and that's okay. We've all had situations that were bad choices. It is okay. But she has doubled down and tripled down and then continued this narrative where she's very obviously not going to come out and be like, you know what, I was wrong. I shouldn't have put my kids in that situation. I should not have done that. But she won't. She's not going to do it.
And I've seen it firsthand. I worked as a domestic violence advocate. I know it doesn't happen overnight. Anyhow, I haven't said a lot because I don't want my words to get twisted and for it to drive an even deeper wedge between me and Stephanie. I hope at some point our relationship can be reconciled and we can move past this. And I haven't seen my grandkids in over a year. I have a new grandbaby.
One of Steph's kids looks a lot like her mother. This lady and one of Steph's daughters, of course, I'm not going to show her kids on my channel, but if you've watched Steph's content, you'll see what I mean. One of her daughters looks very, very much like her grandmother. I just realized that.
Baby who I've only seen on social media when other people post videos of my grandbaby. The whole situation is heartbreaking and I have no other words to say about it. But I've been asked and I've decided just to.
Why don't you also talk about how your daughter made a lot of money off of TikTok and made the choice to not pay her rent? This is not something where it's like, oh, she's being held captive and brainwashed and doesn't understand how to help herself. She literally made so much money off TikTok when they initially went viral and didn't even pay her rent. A little over $2,000, did not even pay that to make sure that they would still have a house. That is wildly irresponsible and quite alarming, to be honest.
At least clear the air a little bit. Anyhow, I am here for Stephanie. But make no mistake, I have absolutely no room in my heart, in my home, or anywhere in my. I just can't even go there. Drew's not welcome here. He's not welcome here.
If Drew were to go into Steph's mother's house, I guarantee you they would become so comfortable. There would be no getting them out of that house. I guarantee that. So that's what Steph's mother had to say. And again, I understand that she's biased, but you didn't put any accountability on Steph. They both need to be held accountable. I understand that you're going to go lighter on someone because it's your family member, it's your daughter, it's whatever. But Both of them need to be held accountable for making these despicable choices and doing it to an extent where now their children are having to go into an extended stay hotel, and all of their toys and all of their favorite clothes are going to be sitting in a storage unit for I don't know how long. Will it be a month? Will it be 6 months? Will it be a year? I don't know. But let's hop over to Steph's page and see what she had to say about her mother's video and go from there. Oh, and by the way, the video that she put up over the past couple days, the Target trip has 1.4 million views, and the 3 days till move out has 1.6 million views. All of her recent videos over the last couple of weeks have been over 1 million views. Over 1 million views for being a despicable person.
It's move out day tomorrow, and in case you didn't catch on, we did not find a place, so we will be going to a hotel and getting a storage unit. And fuck no, I will not be taking my mom up on her offer on me and my kids going to stay with her. That is just not gonna happen. That lady popping up right now, just, it sickens me, honestly. And that's all I'm
So we went from you saying that your parents and your family and siblings will not offer, they're not giving you anything, they're not calling, they're not checking. And then your mother comes and says, you can come here. Drew can't, but you and your children can come here and be safe and not have to pay rent and not pay for a hotel. And now you're saying, oh, F that, F this. Oh boy.
about that, because a part of me that's healed on everything that she brought on my past just does not want to spend any time on her. She gets absolutely no time of day from me, and that is for me to decide. It's not up to a bunch of strangers to decide what I should and shouldn't forgive from a past you weren't even there for. Now let's get back to this movie.
So she has to heal from a life that we don't know about, and now here she is making a life that her kids are going to have to heal from, because this is not normal. Nothing about this situation from the stance of a child growing up is normal. These are things that these kids are going to have to heal from. So you're just passing it on down the line. And instead of choosing a safe home and, where you can maybe slowly rebuild your relationship and make sure that your kids are safe, you're putting your feelings first, and you are picking Drew over the safety and security of your own children. All of them living in a hotel, even if it is an extended stay. There are extended stays where it's like, okay, you have a small living room and then a bedroom with a door. You already know, even if they were to pay more money for that setup, Steph and Drew are going to be in the bedroom, just like we saw with the one-bedroom apartment, and the kids are going to be sleeping in the living room again. But this time they're going to be in an extended stay, which is going to be very easy to find because Steph will blow her cover and someone will figure out where they're staying. And we are repeating the same exact issue over again, but this time they're in a hotel. Now keep in mind, they're literally packing up this entire apartment with about a day left before they have to be out, while Drew is doing nothing but roaming around the apartment with his headset on.
I mean, I did not give credit to how sore I was going to be trying to do this 6-7 weeks postpartum. Not to mention the mental strain that also has on me. But it is what it is, and life goes on, and we have to keep going, so that's what we're doing. Now I know you're...
Why wasn't Drew doing this weeks ago? Why was he not preparing to do something? Clearly, we're not going to count on him to get a job, but he couldn't even do anything to make this a little less chaotic? How embarrassing.
You're thinking, well, what about the cats if you guys didn't find a place to go and you didn't find anywhere for the cats to go? Despite the mantra that everybody blew me up and wanted everybody to believe, I never wanted to abandon these cats. But from my research, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but all of the shelters and sanctuaries in my area are tapped out for resources. I wasn't able to find any family or friends to take them while we try to figure this whole situation out. It's freaking sad, and I don't think many people are going to understand it, but I had to make the decision of actually calling animal control back myself and asking them to take the cats because I don't want these fur babies actually to be abandoned. That's the last thing I freaking want. And again, I don't know if that's something my mom has mentioned. No, I'll take the cats. I don't give two shits. I'm not dealing with her. To me, that's literally no different than welcoming my ex back.
Imagine, number one, I don't think that she called animal control to come get the cats. I think that it happened exactly the way that she put it out. I think that she threw their stuff away and let them outside. That's my opinion. I don't think that she did anything to help these cats. I don't think that she made any phone call or effort to talk to a local rescue organization. So you're not, like, you are so selfish that you are literally avoiding your mother to the point where you won't even let her take cats. You won't even let her help these creatures that did not ask to be abandoned. Everything is to serve Steph. I could never imagine being this pathetic and this caught up on staying with a bum, staying with somebody that doesn't even have a job and sits on a game all day.
Into my life. You just don't welcome back people that have given you nothing but traumatic experiences. Okay, bye-bye now.
Abandoning the cats is a better option for Steph than allowing her mother to take the cats. You know, living in a hotel with a bum, with a bum and all of these kids is better than accepting your mother's offer of help. It's all me, 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 I don't like it, so it's not going to happen. It doesn't make me feel good, so it's not going to happen. Nothing is about what's in the best interest of these children. What is in their best interest for once? Even if those cats were somehow found and picked up by animal control or something, if they're not adopted, they will be euthanized. And that is the fact of the matter. It's very sad. It's not fair. And all of this comes back to Steph's irresponsibility and Drew's irresponsibility. You are now going into a hotel and utilizing a storage unit. The hotel is probably going to be about $100 a day. The storage unit, I don't know. I don't know how much storage units are in that area. So you're going to be paying that instead of having done the right thing and made sure that you had housing secured, or paying your rent so that you could have at least stayed in this place. The things that Steph and Drew have done that we have seen unfold on social media, it's going to cost these kids so many issues down the road. And I hope that these kids end up growing up to be amazing people and not have this follow them their whole life. But the level of disgust that I have for Steph and Drew is at an all-time high. And the attitude that we have received from her and just the selfishness, it's really, really wild. But anyway, that's what's going on as of right now. We'll see what happens next. But for now, if you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.